Kawasaki rider, Louisville, Ohio native. Number 12, Jason McConnell, and your winner was Brock Peterson. The gate is down. Second set of motos underway. Vet plus 30. Let's get them through the front. First turn clean. And a blaze of riders fly through.
Kevin Kelly, we made it, dude. Second motos. We're here.
Yeah, man, we're getting there. 30 some odd motos in. Got a ways to go. Suzuki rider out front like the number 20 of James Mitchell.
Oh, and a couple of riders go down right there. And Megawatt shout from the back said,
there's the number 4 of Jeff Loop now is your leader on that Yamaha. Jeff Loop has a solid first moto finish. He was a 5th place finisher, so in the championship hunt there for Jeff Loop. He was on our pro tour for a while. Yes, he is. He is. And if you're playing fantasy Loretta Lynn's basketball, you need to get him on there. He's your first pick.
The 6'8" stud.
Absolutely. Jason Wygant nowhere near anyone's fantasy anything.
No.
Terrible at basketball. I've seen it. It's awful.
Well, he's a Knicks fan, first of all.
He's a glutton for punishment, obviously for that.
I'm a Bulls fan. I'm just hanging on to the 90s. That's all I've got.
Come on. Of course.
All I'll ever have.
Bulls fan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's Jeff Luke. Speaking of basketball, he's probably Jordan size. I was at VMB Vintage Motorcycle Days last week. Oh, your second place rider takes a big digger there. That was the number 34, I believe. 33. 33, that would have been Brandon Glenn out of Texas. He finished 4th in our first moto. But I was at Vintage Motorcycle Days at Mid-Ohio, and vintage motorcycles are not nearly as big as a standard 250 motorcycle. Yeah. I'm on the line, and I look down there, and I'm like, that is a ginormous man.
Is that Rick Smith?
There's Rick Smith, 7'4".
Yeah, I knew it.
The Duncan Dutchman on like a BSA or something, dude.
Of course.
He's sitting down on the bike, and as he's sitting, he's still about 6'5".
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think he's 7'4", if I'm not mistaken.
He's absolutely 7'4". It was cool. He just blends in. He's a dirt bike rider. He
absolutely.
Played 12 years for the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. And I'll probably catch a little hell for that from Rick. We're buddies on Facebook, and he'll say, I heard you say you were a Bulls fan, unfriend.
Sure, I'm a Hawks fan, so he's not going to like me either. But
Dominic Wilkins back in the day.
Yeah, they beat the brakes off of us. We were strong in the East. We never won a playoff series for about 20 years. But anyway, let's get back down to it. The number 4 of Jeff Loop. Obviously should be good in the rough stuff. Jason Wygant, you would think.
Your favorite rider.
Love it. Tall guys.
Yep, you love the tall guys. You're immediately sending me photos of the Dunking Dutchman, Rick Smits, at the vet race, the AMA Vintage Days last week. As 2 minutes you're at the facility, and the very first thing is like, I got to get a photo of Rick Smits on a dirt bike. You love interviewing Jeff Loop, because you have to go the full arm extension to get the bike to him.
Although there's a kid that's in a B class now, he's a pro rider out of California. I don't know his name. He is 7'1". He's a pro rider. He's been in a national.
Man. Well, I showed that picture of someone racing New Jersey Supercross. It was unbelievable. I got to find the name. I sent you some photos. Yeah. Standing and staging. Looked like he was surrounded by children.
I interviewed him at Mammoth, and he's 6'6", sitting on the bike. I'm just arms with eyes.
While sitting on the bike,
sitting on the bike,
So Loop in the lead. Brock Peterson got a moto win yesterday.
There you go. First moto winner.
There he is on the number 2. So is this it? This is our first moto number 2?
This is it. First one.
Where was Jeff Loop, though, in moto 1?
I believe 4th or 5th.
Okay, yeah. I knew he was not on the podium, so he's got some work to do.
Yeah. Brock Peterson under fire. Tracy Cloy right there behind him, the number 37, on that gas cap.
There's Jason McConnell on the Kawasaki trying to keep pace. Man, Luke just absorbs. He gets like an extra foot of suspension with his body, and his spine is soaking it all the way up. Yes. No, Peterson won the first moto.
Brock Peterson, that's right.
Yes. Yep.
Jeff Loop now 2 laps completed, runs a 2:05.663 on lap 2. Brock Peterson in that 2 spot. Tracy Cloy in 3rd. Jason McConnell in 4th. And is it going to be Dustin Jensen? Yeah, rounding out the top 5.
And look at Andrew Matusak picking up some spots. One of our local boys out of Georgia, up to 7th. Had some time, spent some time on the GNCC tour back in the day. Was a huge prodigy on a Suzuki back in the day. Had a big head injury at one of the Texas races as a motocross rider, one of the up-and-comers. Then he came back, got into GNCCs. Now he's back as a vet rider, so it's cool to see Andrew and his family here. There's the 4 again of Jeff Loop. Brock Peterson trying to keep pace. And the track is radical, dude. They're jumping over lines and they're just not sticking in the same ruts. You got to be that creative.
That's it.
Jason Wygant diving into his 4th lunch of the day. Going to heat that thing up.
I got to learn how a microwave works, though.
It may not even be plugged in. It is not.
It's not plugged in.
Electricity
so he's trying to make
helps,
a microwave.
Jason Wygant.
Jeremy Malott, you'll appreciate this. Wygant's trying to warm up his hot dog. No idea that the microwave's not even plugged in. It's not even lit up.
The microwave.
Just hitting buttons, man, hoping it works. There's Jeff Loop. Touches down on the ground. Just about pulled his ACL out of his body with that right-hand turn there. Look at this guy soaking it up.
Oh, yeah. Rolling on the outside is Jeff Loop as Brock Peterson tries to keep pace. And there's Tracy Cloy, the number 37, trying to catch up with those guys.
He's keeping pace for sure. Here comes Loop right at us. He's got Peterson right behind him. There's Loop. There's Peterson. Who has eaten the most roller dogs? I would say Wygant's probably in the mix for that. So we got a roller dog contest. He's got about 48 linear inches of hot dog in him.
That's 4 feet for the
That's 4 feet. They come in 6-inch segments.
I'm trying to play my cards right here, and there won't be a need for dinner tonight if I can just have enough munch in this tower, and I'll just be back in the morning. Get the hotel Raisin Bran, and we are good.
Good to go. We stopped for dinner last night. He had to go to 4 different restaurants because they were all
closed. Shutting them down. I don't know what the problem was.
At 10:50, apparently McDonald's says we only serve Coca-Colas.
I did not know this was a rule.
That's what they said.
We finished Radio Fox. We go back, and about 10:30 they stopped serving food.
He was in line behind me, and I heard them say, "I'm sorry, we only," because I heard them, and I was getting my nuggets.
And he's like, "That poor guy behind me, man."
Sucks.
So you were the last person they served food to? Come on, man.
True story.
10:30 p.m. We are only served drinks. I didn't know there was a thing.
No dollar menu. It's just iced teas and sodas.
That's it.
Brock Peterson, he's closing up on Loop here.
And, I mean, the championship, the guy, Loop's got a 5th, Peterson's got a 1. So he can play his cards here cautiously. Don't need to go down trying to pass this guy. I mean, one leg kick from Loop will send you over to the bleachers. You know what I mean? You don't want to get kicked by this.
I heard he does it on the gate. He sticks the leg out, gets caught in the spokes.
If he gets ahead of you, he can get those outriggers like a catamaran, and there's nobody for 5 spaces left to right of him. You cannot pass this guy.
Peterson almost crashed in those ruts. Yeah, a lot of guys try to get the elbows out in front of you.
Get those catamaran legs out. You get on a canoe with that guy, he just throws those little feet out there. He'll steady the canoe a little bit. You got a catamaran anytime you need. You got
we actually used him, the Racer TV semi-truck. We pulled it up, parked it. Hill was a little not level. We just had Jeff Loop come over there for us and put his legs out, hold that
up in there, like the wood planks these guys put under their RVs.
Use him to stabilize that RV over there, campground.
Yep, he placed the screen monitor over there on that monster rig over there. He just kind of placed it up there like a flat screen TV.
Oh, they didn't use a crane for that. They used Jeff Loop.
Jeff Loop placed it over there, so you can thank him. The tall guy jokes, we get it. The Donnie Banks jokes, the Rick Smith's jokes, fun stuff. Here's Luke, Peterson, Cloy, McConnell, Badali in 5th, Dustin Jensen 6th, Adair is 7th, Kenny Henry is 8th, Joey Olson 9th, Chad Wages rounds out your top 10.
48, Carlos Badali, about a second back behind. No, up into the 2 spot. That's what I thought. Okay, so he's up into 2.
Jace, come here.
Trying to chase down Jeff Loop.
We'll get our buddy Jace on for a minute here. Just hop in there, just whatever. Give me some analysis here, Jace.
What am I going to do?
You got to just nothing, man. Just,
what am I going to do?
Welcome to Loretta's. Welcome to Loretta's. You've never been here, so we're stoked you came all the way from Zimbabwe or wherever it is.
Yeah, close, Australia. Yeah.
Same continent, not even same continent, but yeah, man, stoked to have you here.
No, it's awesome to be here. I'm sleeping on the couch of a camper, and I'm getting the full Loretta's experience. I have a hotel like close to here, and
it's not the same.
So we ain't even going there.
Good man. Well, what do you think so far?
Well, I mean, right now, is this the 30-plus boys?
30-plus boys, second moto, our first of the second motos.
So this is my class, essentially. So I mean,
Jeff Loop, former pro.
I'm up here, I ain't even a former pro.
No.
I could be a former podcaster doing this, but look. 30-plus, there's some boys out there that are ripping. So
that guy's challenging for the lead. That is Carlos Badali. Carlos has gotten around Brock Peterson, and that's for the lead. Badali on the 48, the 4 of Jeff Loop. You got to run that outrigger. Jeff is hucking it right there.
That's a
6'8" Jeff Loop, by the way.
That is a big man to try and get around. You better make sure that pass is clean. You better make sure you're on the inside, he's like on the outside, and you run and hide. You tuck and roll.
That's right. You don't tuck the front end. We're not doing that. just tuck and roll. So Badali going to take a shot at this thing. The number 48, let's see how he finished. Badali with a DNF.
Oh, so he's fired up.
So he's just a wild card in this. So if you're Jeff Luke, let it go.
House money.
These are 2 redemption rides here. You're going for the DNF 1-1, and you're leaving this place as the man.
That's right.
I don't think it's going to even, that won't do it, though. You're going to have 48 plus 2. It's like 49 or 50 points.
Yeah, but how's the cred you go back
Oh, you go DNF 1-1?
When you go back home and they say, how was your Loretta's? That's a pretty proud statement.
You can't say DNF's as good as a win like we normally do with 2's as good as a win.
Right.
Not the case.
That's like the Uncle Rico situation, boys. Coach would just put me in 83. We'd have won state for
Think
sure.
you can jump over that mountain from here?
Yeah.
No doubt. There's Brock Peterson looking over his shoulder. And Peterson in third. He was our first Moto winner on the number 2 machine, so he's third. That's a good spot to be. He's got a 2 and a 1, or a 3 and a 1. That's 4 points.
So he's well and truly in the game.
He is 100%. And then Jeff Loop with a 5-1. He's got 6 points. There's Loop right here going into our 10 commandments. Thou shalt not double the jumps. He just did that. So, but Peterson's right behind him. That number 2 is within a couple of bike lengths, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely in for a battle, and I'm going to assume here that there's some different levels of fatigue that are going to come into play for different riders. So you might see a 4 to 5 second gap
towards the end,
but then that means nothing. When you can't feel any of your 10 figures.
Yeah, you got to figure these guys all work. They have jobs. They have families. They're plus 30 guys. They probably have young kids, so they ain't getting no sleep.
Yeah, they're not even sleeping.
Probably the most they've slept is here at this ranch. Say, honey, don't come. I got this. I need to tuck in. So, yeah, the exhaustion is going to come into play as we got 8 more minutes to go, as our screen says.
But honestly, the level in every single class at Loretta's, it's an insanely high level. I mean, it's so cool for me to come from Australia, and I mean, this is one of my first big amateur races even, you know.
This is the big amateur race.
And so to be here and you just see the level of depth in every single class, it definitely speaks to why America is such a huge player when you look at a global scale.
Good point. Yeah, you have that global scale that you bring that perspective, like this is all we know. So you, from back home, you see how big this is, and how big Loretta's is. It's a huge thing, even over there in Australia.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's many magazines that I got the day that they came out for the August issue of a Racer X or an MXA, and you want to read and you want to see the iconic pictures of James Stewart on a Super Mini. And so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're a motocross fan, then Loretta Lynn's is well and truly on your radar, and it's a bucket list thing to come and do it. And I honestly don't even think I could have aimed high enough for what Loretta's has delivered so far this week, and it's only Wednesday.
And this dude,
I haven't even been to the beer tent yet.
I know.
Right.
We're going to change that tonight. We've had a great time. We've gotten to hang out, just getting to know all the stuff on the outside, like just your personal stuff. So yeah, you really speak honestly when it comes to how special this place is in American motocross in our country, how cool it is, and all you guys that want to leave. I'm like, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no. You guys have got it good, and America's one of the only places in the world where you could just see a city pop up for a week
right here
in the middle of Tennessee, and it just works.
It works. I wanted to show you something, Jace. You'll appreciate this. Look at the number way over to the side. You see that plus 12?
Yeah.
That's how many people that man has passed. So look down through there. You'll see some 13, some 4, some whatever. That's pretty interesting.
So there's some men on the move. So Tyler Gaddy, he's passed 13 places to get up into 18th. So I mean, I'm not really great at math, but
that's a lot.
That's a 41st gate pick type of ride that we're seeing right now.
Rough luck on that start.
Alex Woskob in the number 8 spot right now. He's plus 13.
Yeah,
he's
on
the move.
I love that they're doing that for us here. So Carlos Vidali, your leader on that 48, has a DNF. So he's a wild card here, really not a player for the championship, but you go DNF 1-1, you can jump into a top 10 finish. I believe there's the potential for that. So you might see some of that. Jeff Luke with a 5-2 currently. Brock Peterson with a 1-3. I'm not sure about Tracy Cloy, the number 37. I'll check in with him in full. Cloy has a 8. He is circled. He's one of our top 10, so championship kind of comes into focus here. But
That's it. Real quick, just got word. It sounds like if you were one of the folks that pre-ordered those Ethicas from Racer X, they're now available, I believe, at the MX Sports Trailer. Maybe swing by Racer X and double check, but one of those two places they can get you hooked up.
Jason's got those fresh panties. He's not you. Wygan is stoked about the panties he ordered from Ethica.
I might need to hit that up because I'm out.
They got
it.
They got
This is it. I'm on the dregs. This is the last one.
No
so,
creek washing for you?
I've done the creek washes. I'm trying to tick all the boxes for Loretta.
You showered in the creek?
I've showered in the creek. Yep.
Okay. Have you wound up there flat on your face?
No, that's chapter 12.
That's tonight after the beer tent?
Face down. I'm going to wake up on some stones
Yeah,
next to the
we
creek.
just done that. He slept on rocks. Yeah,
Should
sleeping
we-
on rocks. He's talking about his Loretta's experience. He hasn't slept on rocks yet, so he hasn't done living here just yet, right?
But I still got a couple more days, right?
Yeah, you got plenty of living to do, bud.
Yeah, he's kids these days. Kids these days.
Got to flip that switch. All right, less than 5 minutes now. That means about 2 laps and some change there. As we look at the number 25 of Alex Waskob and Jason McConnell on the number 12. Man, these TVs, the screens make you sound like a genius, don't they? Oh, he was 3 seconds a lap quicker as he's moved 14 positions through the field with a 2:05 lap time.
Do you ever,
right here.
when you're commentating these things, do you ever get the feeling like, damn, there's a lot of times gone by, and like we've just been here
Just
chilling,
running,
and these
running.
dudes are
Yes.
just out there getting
Yes,
pounded.
absolutely. I get tired of stands. Like, man, it's been like 15 minutes. My back's hurt. And they're like, these dudes have been doing it for 15 minutes, sweating, really exerting themselves. So props to you guys. That's why I do this.
And
I
then
can't do that.
These guys are riding in some of the hotter parts of today too.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of
Right.
it's post mugginess,
Yep.
and then you just get that blazing heat that kind of comes through once those clouds go away. And so
like
that these guys are really getting it.
They are getting. It's like a Saint Bernard just comes and lays on top of you. You just hear him breathing. And it's like, God, get off of me, man. You're so hot. This is our first of our second motos in our 3-moto format. We're watching a great little battle. There's the 73, a lap down rider there, but those guys have been going at it here. That is the 25 of Waskob trying to drop the number 12 there.
And he's made 15 passes so far this race. So
You don't know who you're passing though. You might be an 8th, but you're lapping guys. You're getting lapped. You don't even. Everybody just races until
That's it.
it's over.
Just pass the next guy in front of you.
That's it.
Don't worry about the rest.
And like what you said, or even Ryan Sipes said, I said, this place is fun when you're in shape and you're good. He goes,
Yeah.
it's so fun. He goes, I know in those last 3 laps when I see their heads start doing this, and I'm just, he goes, they're serving them up.
That's it.
Carving this place up. That's got to be fun. We can rely on your fitness late in a moto.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed from being here as well is I think this is one of the cooler things about Loretta's is that this is a tight venue. And when you've got such a tight track and you've got so many bikes, it's acceleration bumps and then it's braking bumps.
Yeah.
No
There's
chance.
none of that.
Chill.
There's none of that long straight where the bumps start to go away, things get a little bit softer.
No.
It is hard out and hard in.
And they know
ruts
that.
everywhere.
They say, oh, we got a long straightaway. Well, guess what? We got to put some sand. We can't have this thing nice and smooth.
Yeah, no.
sir. Great
Yeah.
call, because they make sure there's
That's
nowhere
it.
to rest.
When your pro sport guys are coming off and they're shaking their
Yes.
wrist, that's a
Yeah,
tough
you
track.
did.
That's a gnarly track.
Jeff
Hey.
Russell can go. We did it for him.
I mean, there were some pro sport boys yesterday that they looked tired.
Nope,
and,
absolutely.
we were 12 minutes into that moto, and I mean,
It's halfway.
respect.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time to be out there on this kind of track in this heat with this many fast dudes.
And it's like your local track does not get like this because we have 41 riders times how many ever motos we can pack in this thing in 12 hours. It's going to get hammered. Little shovels just digging this thing apart
For sure.
continuously.
Well, and you think too, I mean, the days where the track's just epic at a practice track where it's like everyone takes their time and they arc their turns and they build these lines.
Beautiful,
From
flowy.
lap 1 of practice at Loretta's, every single day it is sand, and these ruts,
Yes.
they don't want you in them.
No, not at all. And guess what? The moto before you might have been some dork like me in a C-class blowing all the good lines, and you're like a pro sport guy. I'm like, sorry about your luck, man. You can deal with my dorky line I just laid out for you.
Dude, you should have been here 4 laps ago.
Oh, it was so good.
lines were
The B guys
sick.
were in here, man. Sorry, I messed them up for you.
I blew out like 5 of them bad boys. Hopefully there's some left.
All right, I think the white flag is out here as we watch a guy that went DNF with a 1 now, Carlos Vidali. What a great ride. He can say he's having on the 48 by the Wall of Fame. He looks over. He sees Jason Wygant on that Wall of Fame. No, he doesn't. He's not seeing him. No Rodney Tomlin over there. No, those are all dirt bike superstars. James Stewart's on there a few times. Ricky Carmichael, Kevin Winham, Tim Cotter. Malcolm Stewart was asking me, he goes, man, Tim Cotter been out here like every year? I said, yeah, he's been here every time. He goes, he announced this thing? I'm like, yeah, dude, look on that wall. And I didn't know to tell him that, but I looked back over there, and there's Cotter in those Honda shorts and a Honda t-shirt.
Oh, heck yeah.
The shorts are about 3 inches long, baby.
No, back then it was like 3-inch inseams. Now it's like 5-inch,
Dude,
but 3-inch back
check
in the
that
day.
Wall of Fame. Check Cotter. He's interviewing somebody on a
Skies
Honda.
out, thighs out.
Fantastic photo, dude. So as we continue to watch the number 48 of Badali, Brock Peterson now has that 2. Good ride for him. He's going to go 1 and 2. Tracy Cloy 3rd, Dustin Jensen 4th. Jeff Loop goes back to his usual position. He finished 5th in the first moto. He's got a 5th here. Chad Wages, Jason McConnell, Alex Waskop, Kenny Henry, and Andrew Matusak here on this white flag lap. We were talking about this earlier this morning. The guys on Vital, you just pop over, look at they took a picture. They said, I'm watching this. I got Vital open here. I got Loretta's open here. I'm just ready to anytime, man. It's like a little Twitter feed, a live feed over there. So everybody, this has got to be a great week.
Oh,
if you're sitting at a desk, you got this thing up. Hey, fake it or whatever. When the boss comes back, just shut that screen down real quick and just.
That's it. Like March Madness, we need the boss button.
Yeah.
You click on it, looks like you got a spreadsheet up, Yeah.
This is one week where my boys get a pass. If they're back in the Gypsy Tales office right now and they're watching Loretta's on the live stream, that's all right, boys. You guys get a pass.
There you go.
So if you're Peterson, and do you know that Dali's DNF'd the first race?
I don't know that he knows
I don't know that you'd know, but I got to think it's not on the radar, right? If you're Peterson, you're like, where'd this guy finish? I don't think it was top 5, so
no, it's a DNF,
I'm not going to panic.
So yeah, that 3-moto format for Loretta Lynn's title, like you ain't just going to ego send it for the moto win.
No,
you've really got to think strategic to try and get this title
absolutely,
done.
because
that 3 motos is a game changer.
It is. That three guys yesterday on the last lap lost a moto in big classes, so it can happen. There it is, the checker flag. It has happened for Carlos Vidale. He is going to be your winner. Brock Peterson second. Tracy Cloyd, Dustin Jensen, and Jeff Luke will round out your top 5. Boys, the sun came out for these guys, man. It got hot. They're like, oh, we got to turn the heat up on these old plus 30 guys. And that was a great race. Plus 30 riders are done. We've got the second moto now of 450B riders. Ooh. Jace, thanks for stopping in, man. We're going to kind of get out of the way as the checker flag continues to fly. Jason Wygant will talk to some very hot and tired plus 30 riders. These aren't even vet riders, though. The way I think of these are some of the guys that the Pro Nationals are in their 30s now.
Yeah, Basha, Anderson, Tomac, Roxon.
These are vet
Malcolm's
riders.
30.
Yeah, Malcolm's 30.
Malcolm's 30.
Just a bunch of old vet riders on TV every weekend on Peacock.
That's one of the best things about the sport, I think, in the last few years, is we're done with dudes
being
26 and being like, all right, I'm having a quarter-life crisis. Peace.
I'm out. And we're going to get out of here. Vet plus 30, there's your results on the screen. Jason Wygant, take us on down to the podium, my friend.
Hey, it's a real cool story here. We actually have to have a translator at the podium. This man is from Venezuela, Carlos Badiali. Gold works in any language. Over here. I got a translator. It's going to be cool. Just ask him how his moto went. Simple as that.
¿Cómo te fue? ¿Todo bien? Everything good. The first moto, the bike had something wrong with it. He couldn't really finish good as he could. And this time he got a good start and then he felt good.
Want to thank some people?
Que si quieres agradecer a alguien. Everybody from Venezuela, everybody that sponsors him. And yeah.
There we go. Carlos Badiali coming out of Venezuela with the win. Good stuff. All right, thank you. Hey, that part we got down. Thank you. Yep. I'm looking for second place, which is going to be Brock Peterson, looking good for a championship right now. Good enough as far as the title is concerned. Let's hear it for Brock Peterson taking the silver. Don't burn your back there. We had a whole gang. I love it. That's how you do it when you're in the 30-plus class. How'd that moto go, Brock?
Oh man, it was tough. The track's brutal.
Yeah.
It's pretty real. Yesterday's 25-plus moto was no better. So they do an awesome job here making it rough. Slow, it's safe, just really technical, and gotta let the track come to you.
Yep. Okay, third moto, man. What do you do to try to just chill out, keep the pressure off?
This fella right here had some bad luck the first moto he DNF'd, so helps me out by him winning a little bit, gets the pressure off me. The back of the group, they're pretty mixed up, so I'm sitting pretty good, I think. Just get another good start and just let it come to me. Don't do anything stupid.
Right on. Who do you want to thank, Brock?
This little guy right here, Levi Letty. I've been watching him since a little kid. Super fast, keep an eye out on him. Brad from FXR, he's awesome. The Hoosier guys, Jim Dervaj at Championship Power Sports, go buy some stuff from him. He's got all kinds of stuff for sale. Help me out by helping him out, guys. Everybody back at home, Turbo Speed. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, guys.
Brock Peterson, second place. Nicely done. Awesome. We got to bring up Tracy, who finished up in third, and we also have a whole shot award to hand out as well. Yes. All right, here's our whole shot award. Flip that over so I get it right. There it is. Mason Eck with our Stasic whole shot. Yeah, I got to take that off because you're running third. Sorry on that. You're the whole shot guy. Mason, how'd you pull that start, buddy?
Just good, clean off the gate. Try not to spin too much because I just watered. But just dialed that and then got my shift right on and came out good.
Who do you want to thank, Mason?
I want to thank Big St. Charles Motorsports, my mom, my dad, Factory Connection, blank here, SSR for last couple weeks of help, and just anybody else I forgot. Thank you very much for getting me here and helping me out.
There it is, Mason Eck with your Stasic Whole Shot Award. And I'm still looking for third. Tracy, come on up. Thank you, Mason. That's yours, man. You keep that. Now we got it. Tracy Cloyd taking third with the bronze. Let's hear it for Tracy. It gets complicated. It does. It does. Yes, this is podium real estate, man. It's important. Oh, now you got the gogs and the medal. What's it take to get one of these, man? How hard is it?
Man, taking off work 3 days a week for about 3 months and putting in all the work at TTMX. Every one of us have been showing results from working this hard, so it's good.
All right. Texas boys representing, right?
Yes, sir.
Who else you want to thank?
My family for letting me come down here, wife. I got a 1-year-old at home, so that's nice she let me out. So my mechanic Bake, Iron Supply, TTMX for all the work we've been putting in. I wouldn't be up here. It's been 5 years trying to get up here, so it's worth it. Factory Connection, Riley, Hunter, Colin for letting us train out there at his place. HP Moto, Recluse, and Rhino Power for keeping this old man driving.
Yeah, there we go. Tracy Cloyd, third place, everybody. Oh, yeah.